Alright guys, so here we're going to talk about our next situation and our next type of Punnett square, and it's going to be called codominance. And something that's important about a codominant situation is that you got to realize that you're going to be creating patterns, okay? These patterns are going to give us, once again, a third phenotype that is not the same as the original two dominant traits that we're looking at. So, one example, or a lot of times, one of the examples that you'll see here is going to be called roan. And so in cattle, express a genotype which is going to be, or are going to express codominance. So red and white are going to be their two dominant traits. When you cross a red and white cattle, you're going to get a third phenotype called roan. Okay, so roan is going to be, and I know that's a word you've probably never heard before. Roan is a situation where it's actually a speckled appearance. If you've ever came to school on Mack Road, where the white picket fences, that's actually called longhorn cattle. Longhorn cattle are really big species of cow, which will show you that roan characteristic. Okay, so if you've ever seen them, a lot of times they have all these little splotches of color on them, and that's, once again, that roan characteristic. So, really quick, let's see how we can get a roan cattle. So let's say we have a question that says that you cross a red and a white cow. Show the Punnett square. Well, before we even start that, we have all our information we need here. We know we have red, we know that we have white, and we know that we have roan. So we can go ahead and make us a key. Red is dominant, so we're going to put red as two capital R's. White is the other dominant allele, so WW means white. And if you cross the two, you get RW, which is going to be that roan, that pattern of spots. So if we did a Punnett square, and we're to cross a red and a white cow, it wouldn't be, all you would get is actually a whole generation of roans. So here's red, here's white. If we did this Punnett square, bring your R's down, bring your W's across. Okay, genotype here, our genotype. All of our cows are the same, aren't they? So you would have 4 RW. Now your phenotypes. RW, according to our key, is roan. So you would have 100% roan cattle. Okay? So that's kind of how you would work that. Now let's say we wanted to cross 2 roan. So, I'm going to switch to green. So if we cross 2 roan cattle, you would have RW, RW, because keep in mind, according to our key, RW is roan. So if we were to do this Punnett square, my marker is dying. Bring your R down and your W down. And then bring our R across. Okay, there's our Punnett square. If you'll look, we have 3 different genotypes. You're going to have, our genotype would be 1, big R, 2, R, W, 1, W, W. That would be our genotype. Now our phenotype Since we have 3 different alleles, we'll have 3 different phenotypes. You're going to have 1 red cow, 2 roan cattle, and 1, I'll put it down here, just for formats, 1 white cow. Okay. Now keep in mind, if you remember in that previous question, I put percentages. So if we wanted to convert this into percentages, you would have 25%, 50%, and 25%. Okay? Alright. Well, I hope this kind of helped you on that codominant situation. Remember, codominants, they are co-captains. You're going to see both traits at the same time. There's no blending like an incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance was totally different because you saw a mixture. In codominant, you will always specifically see some sort of pattern. Stripes, polka dots, splotches, some type of pattern, some way, shape, or form. All right, I hope that helped.